Hello and welcome back to my channel, the Sewing Bear 27, aka Claire Harper. I did film another vlog which I was going to attempt to put up yesterday, but I decided to be a bit clever before my time and try and edit it and fluffed it up completely. I've no idea where it's gone, so I'm filming a new one today. So before we get started, I'd like to say what I'm wearing. I am wearing this pattern here, which is a McCalls pattern, and it is M6796. I started this one, I added the sleeves from this one, I took the neck off of this one. I also did make it in the correct fabric. It's supposed to be like a stretch jersey or stretch knit, as you can see on here. I made it in a stretch cotton, and I don't know how I got away with it, but I've got away with it, and it's actually made quite a nice top, as you can see. It's got lovely details on the fabric, and it is one of my favourite tops. It's one of my favourite colours, and I think I got the fabric from Satisfaction before they stopped selling the fabric in the shop. Because this was actually one of the rare makes where I made the fabric up pretty much straight away from when I bought it. So today's vlog is going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to give you a little bit about what I did yesterday, and I'm going to then go into what I'm planning to do over the next few months in preparation for some birthday presents later in the year and Christmas presents. I know I'm swearing at you in July, and I do apologise. However, those of us that make things do know that we have to prepare beforehand. So I went to a sewing social last night in Overton, which is organised by the lovely Catherine, which I believe she started it last year. Don't quote me on that. Catherine's the one to ask about it. It's a lovely little gathering of like-minded people. I won't say ladies, because it's not just ladies. We have the lovely Adam Sews come along occasionally, and he was there last night. So was Claire from Stitch Hem Sew, and obviously Catherine's from Soverton Makery, who organises it. We do often have one girl create, Jen, but she wasn't there last night, unfortunately, which was a shame because I do love having a chat with Jen. And we had Anna from Pattern Pouch Nest. I may have got that wrong, so I will put the information in the show notes as to who was there. It was lovely last night. Had a lovely chat with lots of different people there, and yeah, it's just great to actually be able to talk about where you are in the grand scheme of making stuff, what you want to make, and just chatting with like-minded people. It's brilliant. Well, I took along some scrap fabrics for Catherine because she makes some beautiful hairbands and bows and scrunchies and things, and I had quite a large pile of scrap fabrics, and this morning she sent me a message showing me what she's already made with one of the scraps. Now, isn't that the spirit of the community? And this has spurred me on to my thoughts about what I'm going to make as gifts. Sorry, that was the cat again. He seems to appear when I start doing this, so he might appear in a minute from somewhere, but I haven't got the desk in front of me. I've moved the desk to one side, so hopefully we won't get interrupted. Just the odd noise, so I apologise now. So she's inspired me to start looking at gifts to make. So I've decided to do a hamper for my brother and sister-in-law this year, and my brother loves Star Wars, and I was out with him the other week. They live in Wales and we go up there occasionally, and we gone out in his van because he tends to drive a works van and my sister-in-law tends to drive their car to work and back. and I noticed he had nowhere to put like his fuel card and his sunglasses and bits like that. So I found a pattern online, which is a car visor organiser by She Can Sew, and it's a free pattern, and I thought I'd have a go at that. And I've got loads of fat quarters, so most of my gifts are going to be made out of fat quarters. They are underneath my cutting out table at the moment in 2 boxes that are like that big, so there's a lot, and I'm not going under there because I'll end up in a rabbit hole. So I'm going to literally take a bit out at a time when I actually decide to make each of these things. So my thinking behind this is I am going to cut out, as I cut out a garment, I'm going to cut out something in similar colouring so that I can sew them up at sort of at the same time, if that makes sense, so I don't have to change the thread. So I'm thinking of doing that for my brother, along with a sunglasses case, so that he can put his sunglasses in a case and either put them on the side or wherever. And then I was thinking of a bookmark for when he goes on holiday, because he reads when he goes on holiday rather than read at home. He reads a book on holiday. I thought that would be quite nice for him as well. And all of the items I'm going to make this year are going to be put into handmade gift bags rather than wrapping paper, because as gorgeous as wrapping paper is, it's not very good for the environment. And the handmade gift bags, I can use up scraps again, or I can use up the fat quarters that I have quite a substantial collection of. So I've listed a few things from Sew Hayley Jane's blog pages, because there's quite a lot of good ideas on there, and I do apologise, I keep looking at me information that's written on my handwritten information, and I've picked out quite a few good ideas off of her blog, sorry. There's gift bags, there's also a laptop sleeve, which I thought you could make it in different sizes and use that as a form of a gift bag as well, because you could easily cut out the corner to give it either side to give it a bit more width, was my thinking on that one. And she's got makeup bags, she's got a little drawstring gift bag, there's a storage bag on there, there's a reversible tote bag, there's a book cushion or reading cushion, which I thought would be quite nice for a child that can read independently, and match it up with a bookmark and a bookcase as well, so that you can put the book into a little bag in the book bag, in the book cushion, or they can take that book with them in a bag or in the back of the car or whatever, and it's in its own little bag and it can't get lost so easily then, can it? So I think that's a good little start with some of the ideas that I've come up with. I've also dug out a couple of books that I thought would be quite good to use. Again, using up scraps, I've got this lovely Applique Art book, and it's the Textile Artist. I brought it a little while back with the idea of using it for some of these ideas, like if I do, rather than doing the book bag completely out of one fabric, was to applique a favourite animal or item, you know, like car if it's a little boy, fairy if it's a little girl, you know, that sort of thing. And I picked this book up off of Amazon, and as you can see, it's got like little beach houses, there's little bird, washing line, and I thought these sort of applique things, it's a lovely little book, and I think I picked it up for about £10, and it's got, in the back, it's got templates of the bits, of some of the bits, which is good. I'm not going to flick through it and talk about it in any depth, because I haven't used it yet, and I don't think it would be fair to make assumptions about what I feel of it yet. And the other thing I thought I'd do, which I thought would be quite fun, this is another book that I picked up off of Amazon, and it's the Hobby Fun Mug Rugs. And as I have quite a few different friends that do knitting, sewing, and I have a photographer friend and I have a baking friend, I thought these would be quite fun to either do the mug rugs as they are, or use the appliques on something else for them. I hadn't made up my mind what yet, but again, this is a good little book, and it's got the templates. As you can see, there's a bee one here, which will be perfect for my sister-in-law, hiding again, aren't I? Because she loves her bees. And again, I haven't used this book completely yet, so I'm a bit reluctant to make any comments on what I think of it, but I thought it'd be a good idea to use that. So that's a quick rundown of what I intend to do over the next few months on the run up to Christmas and the run up to my brother's birthday. I've got a couple of other ideas for him as well for his birthday, along with his visor organiser for his car. And I'm also thinking of making one for my sister-in-law. They're going to go in their Christmas hampers, so I hope they don't watch this, otherwise they have an idea what they're going to be getting. But I haven't told them about the channel, so with any luck they won't know. Obviously there is a member of the family that does sewing, and I'm not sure whether she watches the channel, which is my youngest daughter, so I'm a bit reluctant to mention anything that I've got intentions of making for her. But I've got a couple of ideas for her to make that will help her with her sewing journey, because she's only recently started. So I'm going to end it there, and I will put in the show notes the links to the bits that I've mentioned. And I will say I don't think this pattern's in print anymore, and as I say, it's quite different from what the actual pattern looks like, as I demonstrated earlier when I held it up earlier. It is quite different to what I've done with this. As I say, I took the neck off, this neck off, because it just didn't sit right, and I scooped it down a little bit, put a little hem on. But if I do find it is still in print, I will put it in the show notes. Well, thank you for stopping by again. Please do give us a thumbs up, and if you feel it's the type of content that you want to see, please do subscribe. Hopefully as I go on, I will learn how to edit for a start, and how to put pictures in here or in here like the others do, and put little bits across the bottom so that you can read them. Thank you very much again for stopping by, and thank you very much for those that have subscribed, and thank you for watching my last video. Bye bye.